Howdy do everybody, it's Brad with the Big Family Homestead, and today I have a micro bee in my bonnet over honey, and we're going to talk about that right now. Alright folks, so I myself am a beekeeper as well as my wife and my sons, and so when things kind of get funky with bees, it's a funny thing about beekeepers. We really do love them little buggers. To be honest, I don't know a beekeeper who is not just jazzed about bees. They're the coolest creatures ever, and we love the bees. And so when you find something that kind of sits funny when it comes to bees, beekeepers usually get all in a tizzy or buzz or whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there'll be plenty jillion jokes or comments, but today we're talking about honey. And I was making a video with my wife, my lovely bride, Christa, a couple days ago on a natural sore throat remedy, and honey is one of the main ingredients. And so we made the video, and I started looking at the bottle, and I thought, what? And so I want to share with you what I saw, and then get on with the micro rant and hear what you have to say about these thoughts, these ideas, these blah, blah, blah. Here we go. So yeah, check this out. Basic, simple truth, organic, US grade A honey. It says here it's a product of Brazil. It's USDA organic, 12 ounces, yada, yada, yippee, skippy. But that's not the interesting thing. Let me show you what I found to be crazy interesting. Now, this honey was purchased on November 14th, 2015, and you can see clearly right there, October 20th, 2017 is its best by date, use by date. There's a big problem with that. Honey is never supposed to spoil. That's right, honey is never supposed to spoil. It's actually, it's an antibacterial. It's crazy. This stuff has been found in tombs of pharaohs and still would be considered edible today. So why the heck is the USDA forcing a sell-by date that's only a couple years, like 2 years, later than when this honey is supposed to be having been packaged, and now all of a sudden in 2 years it's not going to be so good? Well, of course, I'm going to go with my brain and understand that our government has to absolutely have their fingers into every tax pot or honey pot that they can get their hands on. But there's also another problem. You see, here's something that a lot of beekeepers know, but not many non-beekeepers don't know. There was kind of a big scandal on what is honey at one point, and it's still kind of going on. The legal fight is still going on. And the bottom line is that for honey to be truly honey, it has to have a certain amount of moisture content, and it cannot be above a certain level, and it's just got to be in the sweet spot. Well, the problem is that honey sells for a lot of money. So other countries were basically shipping in honey, quote unquote, that was watered down with all kinds of high fructose corn syrup and this and that, and different things that were not honey, packaging it as honey, selling it to the American public as honey, when it in fact was really just a bunch of chemicals and only had a very smidge amount of actual honey in there. Well, the USDA got involved, which is, they were trying to protect the consumers, which hats off to you fellas. The problem is now you've got stuff like expiration dates. Honey is not supposed to expire. If it is truly honey, it's not going to go bad. So why the expiration date? There's my little rant, folks. You tell me, because to be honest, I can't figure out, other than taxation, other than them having to stick their hands into another business where they don't need to, why is there an expiration date? I'm sure that big grocery stores love it. Oh, you pick up this bottle of honey and it says, oh my gosh, I've only got 6 months left for this, or else it's going to explode and go bad and take over the world and eat my family. No. So, question for you. Why the heck with the expiration dates? That's number one. Number two, aren't you guys tired of them tinkering with our food? Aren't you? I'll tell you what, this will be a rant for another day, but genetically modified organisms, GMO food, is dangerous stuff. and they don't want you to know what you're eating. Big food companies do not want you to know what you're eating. They do not want to label it, and they're spending millions and millions and millions of dollars to stop you from knowing what you are truly eating. So anyway, sub-micro rant over, going back to the honey rant. You guys have any idea? I don't know. If it's food that won't spoil, there shouldn't be an expiration date other than taxation, right? Irritated beekeeper, right here. There's a bee in my bonnet. Anyway, that's it, folks. Just wanted to share that with you because, doggone it, it just seems like every day we go further and further down this rabbit trail of being controlled and taxation and more this and more control and less freedoms, and doggone it, I know it's just honey, but I'm getting ticked. It's stupid. They should stay out of our junk. So anyway, you try to have a better day because I'm gonna go tend some bees. I'm Brad with Big Family Homestead. You guys have an amazing day.